I've been screaming, I've been crying. This is not funny. Guys, look at this fucking artwork of him. No. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. And you might be thinking, what? Jenna, why are we in your living room? And that is because, well, one, I'm the only one home, so I can film outside my room. And two, we're gonna be doing a reading vlog today. I'm so excited. I'm starting this reading vlog. There is gonna be 2 parts. This is part 1. And I will be reading 3 books in this part and 3 books in the second part. Now, this reading vlog, these books were picked off of my TBR, my Kindle TBR, my physical TBR, and also, well, pretty much like my Kindle by TBR, my Kindle Unlimited, and my paperbacks and hardcovers I have at home. And these were picked by some of my favorite and bestest writer friends and reader friends. And I sent them my TBR and I had them pick. So they each picked 2 because I don't know which one of theirs I'm going to be in the mood for, which is so fine. So I've pretty much picked what I'm going to read for both. I did do a randomized wheel, so for the 3 of you that aren't in this part, you guys are in the second part. Don't worry, it is coming. There's going to be 6 books in total. I do want to read their other recommendations they gave because they each gave me 2. But we're going to start with these ones. So in this one, I have books picked by Bestie Silver, Bestie Liv, and Bestie Victoria. And these 3 have picked a fantasy, the 2 fantasies, and a thriller for me. And I'm very excited because one of these has been on my TBR for like 2 years now. And the other has beautiful artwork inside it. And 2 of them are actually indie author books. One of them is getting traditionally published later this year, but the other one is still an indie author book, and it's also a mutual friend of mine and the person who picked it. So I'm very excited for all these books. But yes, I'm going to be vlogging these for you guys. It's just going to be my thoughts and reactions throughout. This is probably going to be about an hour, but I really hope you guys enjoy this and I really want to do this. So I'm very excited. Like I said, this is part 1. And part 2 will hopefully be up in like a couple weeks afterwards. Depends where I get in my reading schedule because there's a lot of new releases coming out, so I will be pausing things to go read them, but I have a lot more time on my hands. So the 3 books that we're going to be reading in this part of the vlog, we have Where the Crawdads Sing, Tales of Arcane Fortune, and then on Kindle we have The Silver Flame by Paige Nicole. Now, here we go. So this one has been on my TBR for so long, and this was Bestie Liv's pick. Me and Liv are really good friends. We met online. She lives in England and I live in Australia, but I actually read her book and oh my god, it's amazing. Can't wait for you guys to read Crown of Deception because it's so good. This one is a thriller. I've had it for so long. It was actually a gift from someone. I have in fact waited to read this and I really do, and I know the movie's out. I have not watched the movie. I know it came out years ago and I kind of want to watch it, so I want to read the book. But I've heard it's a thriller. I don't know if it's YA or if it's adult, but I'm intrigued. Okay, the next one that I have that we're going to be reading was picked by Bestie Silver, who also does my artwork for my book. Bestie Silver is an artist, so she naturally picked a book with beautiful artwork in the book that the author has done themselves, and I'm so excited to read Tales of Arcane Fortune. Now this one just got picked up traditionally and it is going to be traditionally published, so I'm very excited, but it does have artwork in the book. So this is the indie published version. I do want to get the traditional version when it comes out, but I'm going to read this one for now. So excited. I've heard so many good things about this. The artwork is beautiful, and I knew that Bestie Silver would pick this because she wants to read it too, so she wants me to read it so I can tell her if it's good. So Silver, this is for you. I'm reading this for you. But yeah, so I'm very excited to read this. Basically, they get stuck in a bunch of fairy tales and they have to do all these trials to get through these fairy tales. That sounds so cool. And I am beyond excited for this because I love fairy tales. I love fantasy. I think it's not a standalone. I think there is going to be, my house is creaking. I think there is going to be another book. Not sure. But obviously it's on pause because this is going traditional. I'm just very excited for this. So this is probably going to be the second book that we read. That one's probably going to be the third. This is probably going to be the second. But yeah, I'm very intrigued. So this is the indie version. It's being traditionally published. Love supporting indie authors as one myself. So I'm excited for that one. And finally, we have Bestie Victoria's pick. Now, This book is also an indie author book, and it is a friend of mine's book and a friend of Victoria's. So we're both friends with her. I've been kicking myself to read this for so long. Book 2, The Gilded Crown, comes out later this year. I will be reading that when it comes out, but we're gonna finally be reading The Silver Flame by Paige Nicole. I don't have the paperback yet. I want to get it, but I have it on Kindle Unlimited. So this is the first one I'm gonna be reading. And I'm so excited because it sounds so good, and I'm so excited to see what Paige has created because she has such a community on TikTok. Me and her, like, I comment on her posts all the time. Like, she's such a vibe. I love her. She's a lovely, lovely girl. It's YA, trials, marriage trials, enemies to lovers, fantasy, like completely clean. Paige writes completely clean, no smut, which I love because there's so many people out there who put smut in YA, and as much as I love a bit of smut from time to time, but it needs to stay in the adult. YA is for children, for teenagers. If they want to read adult, they read adult. If they want smut, they read adult. If they don't, they don't. So this is a good YA book. I mean, I wouldn't know, I haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna read it and you're gonna find out. But I'm super excited. So this is gonna be the first one we read, and Bestie Victoria picked this. And she like, oh my god, you need to read it, you need to read it. And yeah, I'm finally gonna read it, and I'm excited because also the cover's gorgeous. Paige did this herself. She has her own little publishing house that she does stuff with. I am just so excited to finally get into. I've had this downloaded on my Kindle since December, since I got it for Christmas. And I finally am gonna be reading it, so I'm very excited. But yeah, so those are the 3 books that I'm gonna be reading in this part of the vlog. In part 2 of the vlog, I have another 3 of my bestest reader writer friends pick out books for me, and I'm super excited. So let's do this and let's read these books because I'm excited. So we're gonna start with The Silver Flame by Paige Nicole. Now we've moved outside, but I have to be quick about this because I have to go pick up my brother from the gym because my mum just got home from work and she doesn't want to go out and pick him up again because she only just got home. So I said I will. So I'm gonna go do that. But I just read the first chapter of The Silver Flame. Guys, I'm already so invested. No, because I have already highlighted like 6 things in the first chapter. Wait, let me... Yeah, sure! Sorry, my mum was asking if she could have a cookie. I baked cookies earlier. I'm vlogging! No, I've already highlighted a bunch of things. So I literally highlighted something on page 12, 17, and then 2 on page 17 and 3 on page 18. Page, I'm already invested. Okay. So first one, page 12, was a quote. So we've met our main character, Lyra. I think that's how you say her name. I might research that. I don't know how to say her last name, but I'll figure it out and I'll tell you. But the first quote I highlighted, we've been introduced to her, we've been introduced to the land, we've been introduced, she's like, my mum's watching me. But yeah, so it's like obvious that she has some sort of like power or magic that like's not like normal. So those are I've already highlighted 6 things, like I said, 6 things, and I'm already so invested in the first chapter, but now I have to put you on charge, the camera, and then go pick up my brother from the gym, and then I'm gonna come straight back and I'm gonna read more because I need to read more. I'm very intrigued right now. Guys, we're back. I know I said I'd see you in like 15 minutes, but I didn't mean like that because I meant I was gonna be reading again after 15 minutes. So we got my brother, all is well, he's home, everything's fine. We've been reading for the past like, I want to say 40 minutes, and I'm now up to chapter 5. So I've read like 3 chapters, and oh my god, we have met one of the love interests. I forgot to mention this is a love triangle. We have met one of the love interests. We have met Kaden, who's her guard. She has been pulled into the marriage trials, but oh, I forgot to mention this is going to be a spoiler reading vlog for all of these books, so be prepared for spoilers. So she was pulled into trials and her name was pulled out, and obviously she didn't want to be pulled out, right? And everyone's like, because no one likes her, like they all think she's witchborn and think she's dangerous, so they're all like, why the hell was she pulled? Like all the girls were like disappointed. But then she was pulled away without getting to say goodbye to anyone. Think like Hunger Games, like Katniss, like getting pulled away, not getting to say goodbye to like Prim and Gale and her mum and stuff. Think that. And she was pulled away, and then she sneaks in. They put the box with the names in a room. They go off and do something. She sneaks away, She goes and opens the box to look at the names in it, and every single piece of paper has her name. Every single piece of paper has her name on it. There are no other names. It was a trap. It was like the Duke was only planning to send her, because these aren't just marriage trials where you just have to show like you look pretty and you look nice and sweet. No, they're trials that they're gonna go through, like a brutal trials to prove that they are the best bride for the prince. I knew that's like what it was, but the fact that it was only her name in the fucking box, the second she like snuck in to look at the box, I knew that's what would be found in it. So yeah. But and she's like in my room. I've got my little light on my camera on, it's blinding me as fuck. I'm about to go take a shower, but I just had to update you guys a little bit because I'm giggling so hard right now, because her and Caden are like staying at an inn for a little bit, and before they continue making their way to Oria, which is, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know, but if I'm correct then I'm correct. She's like, he's going to grab her another dress because apparently dresses are a one-time use thing, and it's like once they've used it, that's it, you got to throw it out. So he's going to grab her another dress from the carriage, and she's like in her room acting out how her first encounter with the prince is gonna go, and it's making me giggle. And then she turns around and Kaden's standing at the door. He's standing at the door and she's like, I don't suppose you heard any of that, did you? And then he looks and he goes, unfortunately I heard every word. That was really funny, and I just had to tell you because it made me giggle. But guys, then it continued, and he's like, as he puts a dress for her on the table, he's like, I'll leave you to your actress training, but I'll let you know Prince Cassian would never fall for a damsel in distress. Prince doesn't want a damsel in distress, he wants a baddie boss bitch queen, which I know that our girl Lyra is gonna be. So let me continue. Hello and good evening. You can probably hear my really loud projection in the back. Is it turning down? It is. It is 9:37. I have just been editing YouTube, brush my teeth, do my skincare, and then I was drawing something for the secret writing project. So now I'm finally sitting down to read more of The Silver Flame. I'm literally just letting you guys know that I'm going to sit down and read more of this, and I'll update you. I'm going to bed a little bit earlier than I normally do tonight, so I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done. This light is blinding me, but with it off, it was so dark. So yeah, the projection for tonight. Don't we think it's beautiful? So that's the projection for tonight. Okay guys, so update. I've only read two chapters now. I'm on chapter 9. This is just a quick update, but it was, she was in bed and she heard a conversation outside her door, and it was Caden, and I think it was the prince, but I'm not sure. Could be. And they were saying she's the Silver Flame, just like we've waited for. These trials are structured very specifically, they're designed to be unfair, and there's nothing I can do if this goes badly. I have to keep face. And then she's like, what in the stars was a Silver Flame? I don't know, but that's intriguing, and I'm telling you guys because I feel like you need to know. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but she's drunk. It's a ball. She's drunk. She's wandered out into the hallway, and obviously the prince has gone after her and found her. And he's like walking her back to her room, I guess. And she tries to kick a statue, and he goes, what did the lion do to you? Looked at me funny. You're out of your mind. I'm obsessed. There's been tension between both Cassian and Caden. Both of them have had tension with her, and I'm obsessed with that. I genuinely don't know how to explain to you how obsessed I am. So, like, what can I say? I genuinely love it so much. I don't really have any more thoughts. I basically told you my thoughts. I can't, because they're both so hot. I can't. I'm on team both at the same damn time. Guys, it's the next day. So it's been like over 24 hours. No, has it been over 24 hours since I seen you? When did I last see you? Was it like 10 PM yesterday? So it hasn't been 24 hours because it's 8:15 on Friday night. I've just had a full fucking day of work from 10 to 7. I've had my dinner. I've like just sat here making TikToks with my beautiful YouTube ambiance background, but I am currently like just sitting here and I'm gonna read more of The Silver Flame. Obviously, I tried to read some at work, but then I ended up chatting with my co-workers my whole break, so I didn't read much. But that's okay because I'm gonna binge read a bunch now. But before we do that, I am gonna go shower because I was out all day at work, so, and I spilled products all over myself because some things burst open because people damaged them. But yeah, so I'm gonna go shower and then I'm probably gonna get a hot chocolate or something, and then I'm gonna come get cozy in my bed and I'm in my pajamas and I'm gonna read. Being blinded right now, but if you can hear my music in the background, I hope it's not too loud. Don't want to get copyrighted. What is it? I haven't read much because I was messaging my friend because she's beta reading my secret work in progress that you guys don't know about. Like right now, she's literally reading it right now. I can see her edits on my document. And so I was texting her, but to update you on the book of what I have read, I'm gonna read a little more and then I'm gonna go through her edits on my book. But I still don't know what Lyra's power is. Like I'm not sure if it's like because people like touch her and they like forget everything, or they see something that like unexpected. So I don't know like what it could actually be. Could be anything, but I feel like it's a type of like she memory wipes them. And obviously someone that she heard outside her door said she's the silver flame that they've waited for, so obviously her power is something to do with silver flames. So I'm thinking like her skin's like deadly, like think like Juliet from Shadow Me, like deadly touch, but not deadly, like mind wiping touch. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try and read like 2 or 3 more chapters and then I have to go brush my teeth and do my skincare, so I'm actually gonna go do that while I read. I'm gonna put it up there and do all that. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. I don't know. Her and Caden had a really cute moment in the garden and I loved it so much. And the king's dodgy, as always. The king is always dodgy in every single fucking book. I don't think there's ever one good king or queen. It's like, it's a universal thing in every fantasy book that the ruler is dodgy. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading and I'm gonna update you guys later. Can't be bothered to put the light on, but I need, oh my god. So Prince Cassian, right, he has taken Lyra, like it's just the 2 of them, and they're in the throne room and he like pulls her into the throne room and goes, he goes, climb the steps, act like you're one of us, see what it feels like, towards his father's throne. And she's like obviously, you know, against that. He goes, go on, sit on my father's throne and pretend that you're my queen. Oh my god. Fuck yeah, guys. I still don't know what team I'm on. I don't know if I'm team Caden or if I'm team Cassian, because they're both so fine. Is actually crazy. Okay, besties. So we're gonna stop there for tonight. Because, sorry, I'm still working at this new camera. Because I want to go through edits on my book that my friend's given me. So we're stopping at chapter 19 tonight, page 182, at 37%, so we're a decent chunk in. I am gonna binge read more tomorrow, like a lot, so you're gonna see me a lot tomorrow. But I just want to update you. So obviously Cassian took her to the throne room. Sorry, I've got the fucking hiccups. Cassian took her to the throne room and then she pricked her finger on the throne. A drop of blood fell onto the golden throne and suddenly the world exploded. There was just sounds and she's like in pain and I don't know what happened and just a whole bunch of shit happened. I was like, oh my god. And everything's fine now. It seems that whenever she touches someone skin to skin, they lose their memory. So, of the last few minutes, which is crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. I'm intrigued to find out what's gonna happen. The next trial's coming up, so I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I see you. So that's it for today. Not a lot, but we read about 50 pages. We're gonna binge read more tomorrow and on Sunday. Though Sunday I am going to see Spider-Man Brand New Day, so probably going to be depressed after that, but it's fine. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow.
Goodbye.
So what if I told you it's 7:45? Because it is. And I don't mean in the morning, I mean at night. So the reading all day plan kind of backfired. And that didn't happen. But that's okay, because we're going to read now. And we're going to have the ambiance. I do need to brush my teeth and do my skincare first and do all of that and get in my pajamas. But then we're going to sit down, and I promise we are going to read a lot tonight. I just didn't read all day like I said I would. I know it's going to get even better, so let's go. Every time I turn on this camera, I am fucking blinded by the light. Cassian has taken her out to a lagoon, right? To just the two of them. Just the two of them. Her and the prince. And he admits that the trials, the selection, everything in the way that this is structured, it was his idea. So you're telling me that this prince did all this, and I feel like he purposely picked this girl. He purposely picked Lyra to be here. That's my suspicion, and I'm gonna keep reading to find out more. And let's ignore how the bangs look. I just had them in a roller for a little bit, but I didn't want to have it on camera. Oh my god, so much has happened in the past like 20 minutes. It is now 10 o'clock. It's 10 p.m. I need to read you this quote. Okay, are you ready for this? This is Cassian. So there's a whole bunch of shit happening. Caden? I don't know what's happening with Caden. It's like he's been possessed. He's been brainwashed. I've been screaming. I've been crying. This is not funny. And then Cassian finds out, right? And obviously, like, Lyra tells him everything. And she's like, yeah, this. And he's pissed. And they're in the greenhouse. And he throws a pot against the wall. And she's terrified. And then it says, she literally says in her head, for a moment, all I could see in his face was his father. Can't do this, guys. This is god tier. This is 5 stars, 10 stars. Like, I already know it. Nothing is gonna make me hate this book. You know how I said I was gonna go read again? Yeah, I turned the page and it got even better. Do you know what he says? He literally is like putting his jacket around her, and he looks at her and goes, ask me to burn the world down, ask me, Lyra, and I do it with a smile. Oh my god, this man. No, I'm sorry. Team Cassian all the way. Team Cassian all the way. Afternoon. I didn't tell you guys I went to bed, but I ended up falling asleep. So it is now Sunday, the 2nd of August. Me and my family just went and saw Spy My Brand New Day. I'm not going to say anything except for wow. Loved it. It was so good. And I am going to read more of The Silver Flame. I have only 3 hours and 21 minutes left of this book. I think I can finish it today. Does that mean I will? I don't know, but I can finish it if I wanted to. So I'm going to do that, but I do want to do some writing. But I'm going to read a bunch of this now while I finish eating my lunch, and I'll update you with anything, if any thoughts come up. I am now 61% through the book. I have 3 hours and 21 minutes left. I'm going to finish this thing. I think they're about to kiss, guys. They're about to kiss. So, hold on. They kissed. Yes! They kissed! Yes! And by they, I mean Cassian and Lyra kissed. No, because they fucking kissed. And it is heated. Oh my god. All I knew that I was drowning in the flood of it. Need, longing, desperation, devotion. It all surged between us like a second heartbeat. I don't know about you, but I think that is absolutely beautiful writing right there. And I'm obsessed. I actually cannot. And then slower, softer. Like he couldn't bear to let go, but remembered he had to breathe. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. I'm going to continue reading, but you know they kiss now. So if they've kissed, it's heated, they're still kissing. So I'm going to keep going. I have some updates for you. So to begin, the 4th trial happened. It was insane. When I tell you, like, Lyra finally mustered power and she mind controlled her opponent to get her to yield. I was in shock. This is the quote that I highlighted, and it is the quote that's on the back of the book, or like in the blurb, let them drive me into the ground, let them bruise me, cut me, bleed me dry. I would still rise because I was never theirs to destroy. I am not delicate, I am not soft. I am not the queen they hope to mould, nor the martyr they wish to bury. I am not the heroine in this story, just as I am not the villain. I am not the light, I am not the dark. I am kindling and I am flame. I am present and I am future. And stars help the ones who thought I'd stay down. I'm in shock at how amazing this book is. I'm now 69% in. I'm going to read 2 more chapters and then I do have to film a YouTube video. I have to film my wrap up for June and July. So I'm going to read 2 more chapters, then I'm going to film that. Then I'm probably going to go write and I'll come back to this tonight. Which is, I'm back. So I'm not turning my camera light on because my skin's not the best right now. So I don't want to flash myself and see that. So we're having the dark light. But the lighting's not actually that bad because I have a candle, 2 other candles over there, a light there, and the projection, so it's not that bad. I am now reading. I am 80% in. I have 20% left. I have an hour 45 left of this book. When I tell you that this book is so fucking good that it needs to be like, Paige, I need her to get a traditional publishing deal because she deserves it. She is amazing. Okay, I'll tell you what's happening right now. Cassian is drunk and we don't know why. We're about to find out. And Lyra's obviously trying to help him up. And he says, is it effort you want or proof? Please, Lyra, I'll give you whatever it is you want. If I haven't earned you yet, tell me how. Tell me and I swear I'll do it. Yes. Yes, that's all. That's all. Give me that man. Give me that man, please. And thank you. For me, it says an hour 45, but for me, that'll be like less. Because I'm fast. So I'm going to keep reading. And I'll see you guys when I update ya. We are back. We are back. Oh my god, a lot has happened since I last spoke to you. They got the 5th trial and it's something called Veritas, and that is basically they're gonna reveal every single truth and memory and thing about the peoples. And she's obviously the Argentum. I don't know how to pronounce it. This word. I'll put it on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the name of the series. Makes sense, but she's that thing. Basically, there's that, and then there's this other thing, the gold thing. I will put it here, and it is like gold and silver. So she's silver, and Cassian is the gold. So... But a lot has happened. The king sent mercenaries to kill her. And lucky that Cassian was in her room because then they literally took them out together. They killed them, all of them. Well, yeah, he killed 3 of them and she killed 1 of them. And then they go confront the king and it's like, he just sits there and does nothing. He's like, And I'm like, you need to die, bitch. So I have 10% left, 51 minutes. I'm gonna binge read this and get it done. So I finished it. I'm in shock. I am in genuine shock. It is 11 p.m. I can't speak too loud because my sibling Hunter is going to bed. The hairs on my arm are standing up. I know you can't see it, but I promise they are. Oh my god. God tier. Got 5 stars. If I could give this 10 stars, I would. Because what the fuck? The ending, the epilogue. The epilogue. I don't want to spoil the ending. I know I said this is like spoilers and I had spoilers throughout while reading this, but I'm not spoiling the ending, so I'm not going to say anything. But when I just say the epilogue, the whole last chapter and the epilogue, I need the Gilded Crown immediately. Why didn't I apply for an arc of the Gilded Crown? I don't know what to do. Cassie and I fell for you, and now things can be fucked. Now they're engaged. I have no other thoughts. I'm just gobsmacked. My flabbers have been gasted. Like, infinite stars, 5 stars immediately. That's my final thoughts. I will see you guys tomorrow when I pick up Tales of Arcane Fortune, because I'm going with the fantasy route. So I will see you then, but oh my god. I'm gonna be reveling in this for now. No, because I'm genuinely gobsmacked right now. This reading vlog has started off with such a bang, it's crazy. I'm so glad I went with this first. Okay, now I'm going to go write and then go to bed because, oh my god, this reading vlog's gonna be so long. I'm so sorry, guys. It's gonna be like an hour long because most of it's gonna be me crashing out over the silver flame. Guys, welcome back. It's the next morning, and well, actually, it's not morning. It's the afternoon. It is 3:18 in the afternoon, but I'm gonna start Tales of Arcana Fortune like today, right now. I'm such a liar, not right now. I'm gonna go shower and wash my hair first because it needs a wash. I know it doesn't look it, but it does. I was meant to have dance tonight because it's Monday, but I don't know why it was cancelled. So I have more time to read at least. So I'm gonna go take a shower, wash my hair, then I'm gonna come back and start this. I'm very intrigued, very excited. I might actually start it before I shower, I don't know. But the artwork is, like, I've already seen the artwork of the man. I mean, it's fine. But we're gonna start it, and I don't know how much I'm gonna get read today, but I'm very, very, very intrigued by this, so I'm gonna go start it. Okay guys, I've had a shower. My hair is drying. It is wet right now, but we have started Tales of Arcana Fortune. I am nearly 30 pages in. A lot has happened, surprisingly. So we've met our main character, Serena. She is a healer. She loves fairy tales, loves books, and she lives with her Aunt Maeve in a cottage. But her Aunt Maeve, this is like backstories. It goes 19 years later when 19 years before when she was born, and then it goes 10 years before, which is when she met her Aunt Maeve for the first time. And then it goes 2 years before, and it shows how she moved in with her aunt, and then 18 months before. And then now her aunt's dead. So that's all within the first 30 pages. So her aunt is gone, her aunt is dead, and she now lives on her own in a cottage, protecting her family's books and secrets and legends. And everyone thinks she's a witch. Because, you know, when you live alone in a magical cottage protecting fairy tale books, you're a witch. I think we're about to meet our male main character though, so I'm very excited. I just have to show you this beautiful artwork because look. That's crazy. The author did all of the artwork in this herself, which is insane. We met our MMC. He is not who he said he was. He said his name was Kai Gray, but that is not true. That is not true. That is not his name. And turns out he's not a scholar looking for information. He is a magic wielder. He can wield magic. I don't know what magic yet, but he can wield some sort of magic. Discovered that I can flip my camera so I'm not fucking inverted now. I didn't know I could do that. So my YouTube videos that were filmed before this one, just know that I didn't know I could invert the camera. Now I do. He literally, so she found out that he wasn't who he said he was, and he's like come back and he's like banging on her door, and he's like tells her, he's like, my name's Grim, just Grim, no last name. And then he's like, please, I want to come in and talk to you about this. And he pulls out and he's like, I even brought you tea. And it's the tea that she was complaining about the day before that she had just run out of and said she couldn't buy more of for like a month. The exact one. And she just goes, you were listening. And then he's like, I just remembered you complaining about running out, and well, you probably ran out earlier because you gave some to me as well. Consider this a repayment. I don't know about you, but that is like the sweetest gesture that a guy could do, is that they're listening to you speak about something, and like you're saying you're running out of something and you go like replenish it for her. Like that's like, if someone would do that for me, like if I were mentioning and I was like, oh, I'm running out of my favorite perfume, or I'm running out of my favorite lipstick, I would hope that my future man goes and like, if he replaces that without me even asking, best believe I'd marry him then and there on the spot, because that means a lot to me. Really bright. Okay, if you hear the dripping in the background, it is just my diffuser. It's a little rain cloud, and one of my besties got it for me for my birthday. But I have more thoughts. I'm on page 126. I'm probably gonna stop now because I think it's dinner time and I'm getting carbonara. I love pasta. Carbonara is like my favorite. Anyway, enough about that. I have thoughts. They're in the first fairy tale now, which is the Snow Queen, the Ice Queen, same thing. They're in the Snow Queen, and I feel like it's too much is happening too fast. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like it's not what I was expecting, and I don't know if that's in a good way or a bad way, because I feel like there's definitely things about it that I didn't like. It's different. I thought it was going to give very much Once Upon a Broken Heart vibes. it doesn't really. It does a little, but not what I thought. But it's like everything makes sense. Like everything's making sense to me. It's not that it's not making sense. It's just purely that it's like too much is happening way too fast. Like she's already been in this fairy tale for 2 days, but it's been 1 chapter. That's a little weird. So I'm gonna pause now, go eat my dinner, and I may come back, or you may not see me until tomorrow. I don't know. Probably three stars. 3 stars isn't, like, at the moment. It could be, I don't think it's gonna be any higher than a 4-star though. But I think it's a 3-star at the moment, which is solid. For me, a 3-star is good. But the artwork, oh, the artwork is so beautiful. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far. I'm gonna go eat my dinner and I will see you guys either later tonight or I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. So hi, it is in fact 9:37 at night. Not joking. It is 9:37. I did not read all day today at all, but to be fair, I had no time. Okay, I had no time. I had to go pick up my sibling Hunter from school because they weren't feeling well, and then I had to go pick up the new car that my parents got, and we all went to pick it up together, and then I had dance, so I had no time during the day to read. But that's okay because I'm going to sit down and read now. I don't know how much. We're gonna see. I might get really into it, I might not, we'll see. But I need to brush my teeth and stuff first, so I'm gonna go brush my teeth and do my skincare, and then I'm gonna come back. This quote's so funny to me. Did she have any interest in learning how to fight with the sword? No. But did she want to swing it around and feel like she was a warrior queen in a high stakes fairy tale? Absolutely yes. That is so real, and I've never heard something more real in my entire life. Have I read a lot? No, I haven't, because I've been getting distracted. But I'm gonna try and read a little bit more. I just don't think we're gonna get a lot read tonight. I should go to bed because it's 12:30 in the morning, but I cannot stop fucking reading. And I'm so addicted. So I'm gonna like keep going. We'll get more read tomorrow, okay? But I want to at least read the next fairy tale. They got through the first one. The first one was the Snow Queen, and I think the second one is like Rumpelstiltskin type thing, maybe? I don't know. But I want to get through the next fairy tale, and then I'll probably stop for the night and go to sleep because I'm very tired. Guys, look at this fucking artwork of him. No, I'm obsessed. You don't understand, like, what? The author drew this herself. Like, you're joking. I'm obsessed, and also he's so hot. Like, I cannot. Where I'm up to, they're in the equivalent to Rumpelstiltskin, but it's called the Nameless Goblin. So, like, she has to spin straw into gold, and he's the goblin, which is really funny because he's dressed so ridiculously, and it's making me giggle so hard. But the thing is, neither of them remember his name, because the whole thing is, in the tale, the girl has to guess the goblin's name to outsmart him. So Serena can't remember his name, and Grimm himself cannot remember his name. So they're trying to figure out his name now to, like, beat Law. Law is the one who's doing all this. He's like the demon that put the curse on them. I don't know if I mentioned that. I haven't been updating you guys with this one as much as I should have. Guys, so, like I said, I haven't been updating you on information about this book as much as I should be. But this guy just tries to hurt Serena, and Grimm goes, "Get your fucking hands off her." And then he like looks at her and is like, "Are you okay? Did he hurt you?" And then he turns back to the guy who was touching her and said, "If you ever touch her again, if you ever so much as look at her, breathe in her direction, or even think of her, I will hunt you down and eviscerate you from your head down to your toes until you're trying to stuff your organs back in with your own bare hands. And then, only then, will I slit your throat. Do you understand?" I have more to tell you. Literally the next page. But she's like, "Thank you for what you did back there. It's not often someone comes to my rescue like that." And he's like, you don't have to thank me. I would knock out any asshole who tried to hurt you without having to be asked." And then she, in her head, she goes, "Stars, she loved how protective he was." Wait a minute. Loved? She was in love with Grimm? Oh no. It is 11:50 p.m.
am I gonna keep reading? Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading because the next trial is Beauty and the Beast. And if you know me, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie of all time. So I'm gonna keep going and I'm just gonna keep reading. I have cracked the spine accidentally though. Here's the thing, I don't crack the spine on purpose. But if it cracks by accident, it doesn't normally upset me, but this spine is so pretty, so I didn't want it to crack, but it did. I don't know if I'll update you guys again. Possibly. I will. We'll see. We'll see if I update you again. If I don't, then I'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, depending when I pick this book up. I don't know, but now that I'm really invested, it might actually be tomorrow morning. Guys, they just kissed, and I don't know if I should think that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I'm not even halfway through the book and they've kissed. I feel like it's a bad thing, but it's not like the book was marketed as a slow burn, so therefore, you know, but you could have waited a little longer to kiss. But I feel like them kissing now is gonna make it even better with the rest of the trials, because now they've like admitted and they've kissed that they like each other and they love each other. So the trials are gonna be even more like deadly and filled with despair and agony, and it's gonna be better. So I feel like that kind of makes it better. Because how many trials have they got left? They've done 2. They've got 5 left. Little Mermaid, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, one that the author wrote herself, and then another one, and I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna keep reading. I think it's 12 a.m. now. I don't know. Oh, it's 11:57. It's been 7 minutes since I updated you last. Guys, so they're in Beauty and the Beast, right? Turns out this whole time, Grimm has had another form because I think he's a changeling. And that's why Law picked Beauty and the Beast, because Grimm is the Beast. Oh my god. No, because I did not expect that. That's crazy. And now Grimm has been transformed into his other form, like Law, like unleashed it from inside him, and now Serena only has until midnight to save him. I'm a little scared, but obviously I know it's gonna happen because of that much of the fucking book left. You will see updates from me again 100%, so I'll see you guys in like 10 minutes. Guys, I'm obsessed with this artwork. So she's just saved him and turned him back from his beast form, and this is the artwork for it. Oh my god. They're dangerously low. That's probably my favorite artwork in the whole book. Like, definitely. Oh my goodness. 12:30 in the morning. Do I give a fuck? No, I fucking don't. Grimm just said this to her. Grimm just said this. From today on, Serena Rose, my life is yours. If I lived 100 lives, I would find you in each one just so I could dedicate it to you. From now until I am but a note upon the wind, I am yours. Why the fuck can I never get a man like this? Because give me that immediately, please. I should go to bed because it's 12:30 in the morning, but I cannot stop fucking reading. And I'm so addicted. So I'm gonna like keep going, but I'm gonna have to force myself to go to bed. So I don't think I'm actually gonna tell you guys when I go to bed. It'll just cut to me in the morning. I'm gonna go read more now. Guys, for starters, it is 1:19 in the morning. I know that's backwards for you, but and I cannot stop reading. This is really bad. I need to go to sleep. So, I want to read one more chapter. So therefore, that is when my one more chapter coin comes in. It either tells me to go to bed or one more chapter. So we are going to flip the coin and we're going to decide if I read one more chapter. But to update you on what's happening, they were just in Snow White, and Serena sacrificed herself and ate the poison apple, but then they defeated the evil queen and all was well and everything's fine. When I flip this coin, are you ready? It said one more chapter. Proof. It said one more fucking chapter, so that means one more chapter and then I can go to sleep.
Good morning for once. It is actually morning, not even joking. It is about to be 10 a.m. It is 9:59. I never like to just say it's 10 a.m. because a lot can happen in 1 minute. Here, friend of glass, you know what I mean. But yeah, 9:59. I am watching Friends right now for the billionth time. Friends is my comfort show, but I am gonna read more because I had to stop myself. I physically had to stop myself at 1:30 in the morning last night. I wanted to keep reading, but I had to stop myself because I was like, no, you have to go to bed. Did it matter if I stayed up for a bunch of hours reading? No, it didn't, because I have nothing on today, but I was like, no, you need sleep. And as someone who's anemic and has shit immune system and needs her sleep, it's better if I sleep. So that reminds me, I need to take my iron tablet, but I'm gonna read more now. I think I'm gonna finish it today. I think I'm easily gonna finish this today. I'm binging it. So yeah, also my camera might need a charge, so I'm gonna go read more of this and finish my coffee. And then I'm gonna make my bed and just get dressed because I do have dance tonight. And then I'm gonna go buy Adversary to the Villain. But yeah, so I'm excited. Literally only just started reading, but like I've been thinking the whole book, I feel like there's nothing that I hate about it. Definitely not. Like it's good, but it's too fast paced. It's so fast paced that it's too fast paced. I love a fast paced book, okay? I love when a book's like gets straight into the action. Like that's what my secret work in progress I'm working on. It gets straight into the action, right? And I love when a book just goes straight away and it's so fast paced and everything happens fast, but it's fast enough in a way that you understand. This one, it feels like, yes, everything's falling into place and making sense for me now, but it's so fast paced that it's too fast paced, and I don't like that. So that's like what I've been feeling the whole book. I feel like at the moment it's a solid 3.5. If the ending is really good, maybe a 4, but I don't think any higher than a 4 for this one, just because I'm gonna keep reading. It's only 10:07 a.m. I don't know what else I'm gonna do for the day because I want to finish this morning, go get Adversary to the Villain, come home, see if I want to read that next. If I don't want to, if I want to keep going with this reading vlog and read Where the Crawdads Sing, I'll do that. If I don't, then I'll just go Adversary to the Villain. Guys, I totally forgot to tell you last night, the chapter that I finished reading, I didn't update you before I went to bed because it was 1:30 in the morning, I just went to sleep. They fucked. It was not detailed scene at all. It was very much fade to black. Like, think like in Kingdom of Ash, So Lorcan did. It literally then, he said, would you like me to show you just how beautiful I find you? And she goes, yes. And then he did. It's literally like So Lorcan did in Kingdom of Ash. If you know, you know. Just sitting in a really weird position. I was just sitting in a really weird position and my ass hurts now, but everything's fine. Well, actually, no, it's not fucking fine. We're in Little Red Riding Hood and they're like, oh yeah, Grimm's the huntsman. No, he's not. He's the fucking wolf. Why didn't you pick up on that straight away? I knew from the beginning. The second his curse was revealed, I was like, oh, see, it makes perfect sense that he's the beast in Beauty and the Beast, and now they're in Little Red Riding Hood, and it made perfect sense that he's the wolf. Like, come on. Like, Serena, I love you, but are you really that stupid? I was just getting another coffee, and I stained my book. My poor fucking book, you stupid coffee. I did you guys in a bit, but that's because I've been binge reading. I am on page 403, so I'm nearly done. There's like 452 pages, so I have like less than 50 to go now. How they're gonna wrap this up in like 40 pages, I don't know, but they're in The Little Mermaid right now. Grimm doesn't remember who she is, and she can't speak because obviously she's the Little Mermaid, so she can't talk. And I forget that all of these fairy tales are based on the original Grimm fairy tales and not like the ones that we know, like the Disney or like the newer versions. These are based on the originals. So like this one in The Little Mermaid, it's like if she doesn't get the prince to fall in love with her, she turns to sea foam. And like every single time she walks on land, her feet are in searing pain, but she looks down and nothing's wrong with them. That's crazy, but I'm obsessed. I think this is gonna be a 4-star, very solid, unless the ending goes bad, I don't know. But I need her and him to get back together right now. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be in The Little Mermaid for. Hopefully not that much longer. It's gonna like probably wrap up the rest with the final fairy tale and then everything's gonna be fine. But I'm obsessed with this book and I think it's really good, and it's like I'm not as obsessed as I thought I was gonna be, but it's definitely, the ending is like coming with the punches. Oh, everything's fine. He confessed his love and then he remembered who she was. Look at this beautiful I love Look at this beautiful artwork. If I had 100 lives, I told you, did I not? If I had 100 lives, I'd find you in each one just to dedicate it to you. I love you now. I have loved you before, and I'll love you every day after. I loved you without knowing your name or hearing a single word cross your lips. I loved you just because you're you, Serena Rose. I am sorry I did not say the word sooner. Guys, I'm finishing up this book now because I don't have a lot left, so I'm gonna finish it right now and I'll be back to you with my final thoughts. Guys, we have officially finished Tales of Arcane and Fortune. I literally just finished it about 20 minutes ago. I just had to go help my mum with the shopping. Well, the very minimal shopping. She just had some things to bring in. But we finished it, and solid. I reckon 3.5 or 4 stars. I'm yet to decide. I enjoyed it. There was nothing I hated about it. There was things I disliked, but there was nothing I hated. I definitely think that it was way too fast-paced. I definitely think that lots of it was rushed, and it could have been like, I wouldn't have cared if this book had been like 600 pages to give more lengthed out part to the fairy tales. I wouldn't have cared. The ending felt very flat, and I feel like it was too flat and too easy and too simple to defeat Law, who was actually the fairy king. So, like, that just felt very thrown in there and stuff. So you know what, I reckon 3.5. I'm changing it to 3.5. I think 3.5 is a good rating. So I'm gonna say 3.5 because I think it was good. Will I be rushing to read book 2 when it comes out? No, not really, because it does in fact say book 2. So I promise I'm not lying. It says their story will continue in book 2, but obviously I don't know when book 2 is coming because this is going traditional, so that's coming first. I loved them, but they felt very flat. Like, I feel like there wasn't much depth to it. I feel like there definitely could have been more depth. Not sure. But solid 3.5. I think this was really good. Good recommendation by Silver. And now I'm going to move on to the last book of this part, and that is Where the Crawdads Sing, and that is Bestie Liv's pick. I don't know if I'm going to start it tonight or maybe sometime this week because, as I said, I might be getting Adversary to the Villain. I might be reading that first, but I probably won't. So I probably just will start Where the Crawdads Sing. When I see you guys next, I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or if it's going to be tomorrow or if it's going to be next week. I ain't got no clue. But I will see you then with Where the Crawdads Sing. So it's been a few days since I last saw you. It's been a few seconds since you last saw me, but you may be wondering why the hell the intro for this next one was a completely different book, and that is why, and the reason why is because I was not in the mood for Where the Crawdads Sing. I tried to pick it up, and I just didn't want it. I didn't want to do it. So I am going to read the other book that Liv suggested, because I had everyone pick 2 for this exact instance if this happened. So I'm going to be reading The Stolen Heir instead. 1, it's shorter. 2, I already know a lot about this world because I've read The Cruel Prince and I've read it twice. I've read the series twice. So I know a lot about this world, so it's a bit easier for me. And I really do need something very chill in terms of, like, not plot-wise, you know what I mean? Like, chill that I already know.
So you're not getting any updates story-wise because I don't understand a fucking thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can get through another chapter of this shit. No. Why the fuck are you kissing him on page 120 when you just said you hate him?
So I'm gonna read this instead. I'm sorry, Liv, for not reading Where the Crawdads Sing. Very sorry, but I'm gonna read this instead. And I'm also starting Kingdom of Ash tomorrow on audio, so, like, I need this to counter with that. And then this vlog is already gonna, like, this is already 52 minutes. From what I've edited is already 52 minutes. I'm gonna try and shorten it as much as I can. If I can't, then this vlog's gonna be at least 1:20. So I apologize in advance. So I don't know how many updates you're gonna get on this one, but you'll get as much as I want to give you. But I'm gonna try and at least read the prologue / first chapter now before dinner. And I'm not gonna update you. So when you see me next, I will be in bed, fingers crossed, reading, and hopefully I would have read a little more.
Okay guys, I've started The Stolen Heir. My dog is here. He got scared by the camera. He's okay, he's over there. But I've started The Stolen Heir. I forgot that there's only 18 chapters in this, but it's this big. That's a little terrifying. So I'm only on chapter 4 on page 57. I'm very confused so far. I don't understand a thing. The last time I read The Cruel Prince, 2020, 2024. End of 2024 is when I read it for the second time. I don't remember anything. I've already gotten the ick because I forgot that Oak literally has goat legs. That gives me the fucking ick. So I am currently not a fan of this. I just think the last two books that I read were just really good, so I was like, I don't know, I'm not vibing with this, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna read some more now. I'm gonna try and get up to page 100 and something, which is actually only 2 more chapters, which is crazy. I've read a little chunk so far, and then I'm starting Kingdom of Ash tomorrow. It's up there. I'm doing it on audio, and I'm getting the audiobook tomorrow because that's when I get my monthly audiobook. So I'm gonna listen to that, do that at the same time as this, and then after these I'm doing Adversary to the Villain, and then part 2 of this reading vlog that you guys will get in a few weeks when I edit it. I don't know. Thoughts so far? Very confused because we had present day. We had the prologue was the past timeline. Then the first 2 chapters were present day timeline. And then the 3rd chapter was a flashback to 8 years ago from the events of the first book. And now we're back to present day. I'm very confused. But I'm hoping that I'm not confused anymore. I don't know. It's definitely Cool Prince. I think the only one that I gave 5 stars was Wicked King. The other 2 I gave 4 because they were fine, but they weren't amazing. Wicked King's my favorite and everyone hates that one. I love that one. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. Update. My cheeks are still flushed because I'm warm because I'm very toasty in all my blankets. I'm hating this. It's just a shame because I loved the Cool Prince. Nothing is making sense. I'm so confused. The chapters are too damn. I just read a 30-page chapter. I do not want to read a 30-page chapter. I read a 60-page chapter in better than the movies, and that was torture. Yeah, you heard me right, a 60-page chapter. The chapters are all so long. This is only chapter 5, and I'm nearly at page 100. I do not like this. Nothing makes sense. I don't like the characters. I'm not connected to them. I feel like I would have had better luck with Where the Crawdads Sing, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I went with this instead. And I'm already disliking it. Right now it's a 1 star. I'm genuinely hating it. I don't like it at all. It feels like after The Cool Prince, this is kind of a letdown. I don't even know what to tell you story-wise because I don't understand a thing. You're not getting any updates story-wise because I don't understand a fucking thing. I'm just telling you that I hate it. I hope my camera doesn't fall because you're currently sitting on my bed. I am now up to chapter 6 and it's page 104 and the chapter is chapter 6. Guys, I am so bored. I'm so sorry. I don't understand a thing. We've got our main character Ren and Oak. If you've read The Cool Prince, the Folk of the Air trilogy, you remember Oak. He's Jude's little brother, and now in this one he's all grown up. And then Ren is also known as Siren from The Court of Teeth in the original trilogy, and that's who it focuses on. I'm so bored. I don't understand a thing going on. I'm literally texting my friends at this moment in time, telling them one of them's a massive, well, they both like Cool Prince. One of them is loves astrology. The other one DNF this book on chapter 2. I don't want to, this is a 1 star right now. I'm so sorry, Liv. I apologize to you now because 1, I should have stuck with Where the Crawdads Sing because I feel like I would have had better luck with that. And 2, because I'm hating the other pick you gave me. I'm so sorry. I love you so much, but I feel bad. I will read Where the Crawdads Sing just for you. Maybe I'll just do a vlog of just that book. Just for you, girl. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. I genuinely am not liking this book. And I feel bad for Liv because she picked it. But do you know what's even funnier? The other person, Rima, whose book is going to be in part 2, and who loves this book, she also picked this book as her other choice if I didn't pick the book that I'm going to read in part 2 for her. Because if I was reading this in part 2, I wouldn't have switched. I would have stuck with Where the Crawdads Sing, but because I picked Rima's other one, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to pick this for Liv. But yeah, I hate it. So I'm going to read 2 more chapters, and that's going to take me, it's currently 11:30, it'll take me to about 12 a.m. to read those 2 other chapters, and then I'm going to bed. And if I wake up tomorrow morning and I want to DNF it, I'm going to DNF it and give it 1 star because I don't want to waste my time on something, but we'll see. And yeah, I just feel horrible. I'm so sorry, Liv. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to tell you plot-wise because I don't understand a thing. Like, they're obviously going back to Elfhame. It's been 8 years since the ending of the trilogy, and I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Like, we're getting a mix of memories and present day stuff, and I'm just so confused. And it just doesn't make sense. So I hate it, but I'm gonna give it 50 more pages to hook me, and if it doesn't, it's getting DNF'd in 1 star. So don't touch it. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can get through another chapter of this shit. I might not. Guys, I think I'm gonna DNF. I'm so sorry. I apologize to all the Cruel Prince fans out there and all the Stolen Air fans, and I apologize to Liv. Because I probably should have gone with Where the Crawdads Sing and I would have liked it more, but I'm gonna save it for a different vlog, and I'm gonna like read only like thrillers or like something like that, so I'm gonna save that one for something else. I think I'm gonna finish this chapter I'm on, and then I'm gonna sleep on it, and then I might pick it up again tomorrow and try to read some more, but if I genuinely cannot take it, I will be DNFing it tomorrow. Because I'm so sorry, I'm so fucking bored. This is so boring. I don't know, like, I hate spin-offs. I have never liked spin-offs. The only spin-off I have liked in my entire life, probably Watch Me and Release Me. That's it. I'm just like looking at my bookshelf to see if there's any other spin-offs. Like, in terms of like it being a younger sibling or a kid, I'm not liking this at all. I've had this on my TBR for 2 years. And it's going back on the shelf because yeah, so I'm gonna finish this chapter, which is 20 pages again, because the fucking chapters are like 20 to 30 pages long, which is annoying in itself, and then I'm gonna sleep on it, and I'll wake up tomorrow and I will decide if I'm DNFing it officially or not, or if I'm gonna keep going so I can give it a full 1 star. So let me see if I can give you some sort of a summary for what the fuck is going on. So basically, they're trying to find someone to help them find Lady Noir, who's Ren's mother, and she's like bad. She was in the original trilogy, she was a bad person. They're trying to find her, but they can't find her without someone else to help them find her. And right now they're in the court of moths, I think, and they're at a ball, and they've gone to that queen and asked her for help to find this person, and I genuinely, that's my best explanation for what it is. I couldn't tell you. My friends are going at it because Michaeli's sending all of the books that she's DNF'd, because she's DNF'd 33 books in her entire life. I have DNF'd 7. No, I'm a liar. 5, and this will be number 6 if I DNF it, and yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, that's about the best explanation that I can offer you for what is going on. Because I don't fucking know. I'm nearly finished this chapter, and then I'm gonna stop for tonight, and then I will debate tomorrow. It's nearly 12 AM, so I am gonna finish this chapter tomorrow. But my camera needs a charge, but I can't be bothered to charge it overnight, so I'm gonna charge it tomorrow morning. It looks like I'm gonna DNF, so I apologize to all the Cruel Prince fans. I'm pissed off even more. This book just keeps pissing me off, and I'm still trying to finish the same fucking chapter. I can't finish the chapter because it's so boring and so slow and so like I feel like this wasn't even written by Holly Black. I swear the trilogy, the original trilogy, so good. I was not bored for a single moment in those books. This, I have been bored every single sentence. Why is she thinking about kissing him now? I am 120 pages in. She was just hating his guts, and now she's thinking about kissing him. That doesn't sit right with me. I don't even know if this was marketed as an enemies to lovers, forbidden love, whatever the fuck it was marketed as. I don't care. I, like, even if it's like forbidden love, I don't want them thinking kissing things of each other 10 pages after she's just said she hates him, even if they were friends in the past. But she's just said multiple times, oh, I hate him because he didn't help me and he didn't like get his sister to let me stay on the shifting aisles and stuff, and then now you're suddenly thinking about kissing him. I will tell you if I decided to DNF this or not. If not, then the next clip you see of me will in fact be me reading more of this. we're gonna see if I choose to suffer or if I choose to end my suffering. So I will see you guys in the morning regardless, whether it's to read more of this piece of shit or if it's to wrap up this reading vlog. I said the next clip of me was gonna be in the morning. I lied because I stopped to yap to you and I was like, oh my god, now she's thinking about kissing him. No, she's not thinking about kissing him. She actually fucking kisses him on page 120. Nope, I'm DNFing it right now. I'm so sorry. I can't. That's... No. Why the fuck are you kissing him on page 120 when you just said you hate him? Like, 20 pages ago. For my own sanity, I have to DNF this book. I'm so sorry. I physically do not want to pick up this book again. Anyway, I'm DNFing this book, guys. I'm so sorry. I apologize to all the Cruel Prince fans out there, all the Stolen Air fans. I love the Folk of Air trilogy, just to let you know, as I've said multiple times in this chunk of the video, but I cannot take this any longer, and I apologize to Liv, who picked this book and picked the other book that I was meant to read. And I will read Where the Crawdads Sing at some point, and I will make sure that I mention you because you picked it originally. But I don't want to read this, and I'm not wasting any more of my time on it when I could be reading something much better. Good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow.
We finally reached the end of this vlog. I don't know how long it ended up being. It's probably going to end up being an hour. But we've reached the end of this vlog. We have finished the 3 recommendations. Now, obviously, we had a new 5-star God tier, a 3.5, and we had a DNF. Unfortunately, we did have a switch of books for the 3rd book, and we switched from Where the Crawdads Sing to The Stolen Air, and unfortunately it did not go well, and I probably should have stuck with Where the Crawdads Sing, but too late now. I DNF'd it. So we are going to go through and I'm just going to give you my final thoughts quickly on these, and that'll be the end of the reading vlog. So first, recommended by Bestie Victoria, we read The Silver Flame by Paige Nicole. This book has become my new obsession. It was so good. Book 2, The Gilded Crown, is coming out in September, so not long, so I don't have to wait very long for it, so I'm very happy about that. But after that ending, I do need it, and I know that The Gilded Crown is going to end worse. It was so good. If you are looking for an indie author to pick up and you want to get into indie authors and you want a fantasy and you want a YA fantasy completely clean, Silver Flame. So good. It's in my God tier now, and I've really read the first book and I just loved it so much. Really have any more thoughts than just wow. Wow, it was so good. I loved it, and it was definitely the best one to start off with, to start this one off with a bang, because it went downhill from there. So let's continue. So Bestie Silver recommended The Tales of Arcana Fortune. Now, I thought I was going to be obsessed with this book, just like I was with The Silver Flame. I loved it, but I wasn't as obsessed as I thought I was going to be. I gave this one 3.5. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There was definitely some things that I would change about it. There was definitely some things that I did not like at all, and that's okay. But the gist of it, I think it definitely could have been executed better, but I still loved it and it was still really good. But it was very whimsical, very fantasy. So 3.5, I did enjoy this, but just not as much as The Silver Flame. But yeah, so this was really good, and also another indie author book, honestly. And the one thing I loved the most was the artwork in the book, and I love that the author utilized her ability to draw and put it into the book, because I think that's really cool. So I can't wait to see this one go traditional, and I will be getting the traditional edition just so I have both, but I do have the indie edition. So final thoughts on that. Loved it. Gave it 3.5. It was good. Would I rush to recommend it to someone? No, I wouldn't, but for my Once Upon a Broken Heart and Caraval fans, I feel like you guys will love this. So if you love those, I reckon you'll love Tales of Arcana Fortune. And then I took a few days off, because after this one and after Silver Flame, I was so intimidated because they were both really good, especially the Silver Flame, and I didn't want to read Where the Crawdads Sing. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I was just like, oh, I'm just not in the mood for this book. I don't want to read it. Don't feel like it. So I instead went with Bestie Liv's other pick that she chose, and that was The Stolen Air. I literally started this last night and I DNF'd it at 12:30 this morning, because I've never read something more boring. Because tell me why that the whole beginning
was so confusing, made no sense to me. I haven't read the Cruel Prince trilogy in a while. The last time I read it was 2024. I love the original trilogy, okay? Love it to death. I love it. It's so good. This was not it. This was not it. And I feel so bad for my friends who all love this book and for Liv who picked it. And I should have just stuck with Where the Crawdads Sing. Because if I was stuck with Where the Crawdads Sing, I wouldn't be filming this outro right now. I would still be reading Where the Crawdads Sing. And I would be probably filming this outro in a couple days. But I went down the route of picking a different book. So I DNF'd this book of 34% last night. I was gonna leave it until morning to DNF, but then they kissed on page 120. For me, that's a big no-no. Okay, like, there was no build-up to the kiss. There was no build-up or anything. There was nothing, and they kissed on page 120, and that just really, like, that immediately made me DNF. The second I read that they kissed, I was like, no, DNF. So my final thoughts on this is that I will not be finishing this duology. I don't care for spoilers. Tell me what duology ends like. I don't care. I will not be buying the second book in the duology because I'm never going to finish this one, so what's the point? And yeah, I just hated it. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Gave this 1 star, DNF to 34%. I just couldn't take it. That is our final thoughts on these 3 books. Final thoughts on these 3 books. And yeah, so we had a 5 star, a 3.5, and a 1 star DNF. Let's hope part 2 of this reading vlog is better. I am taking a pause from this 2-part reading vlog to finish Kingdom of Ash. I'm starting it today. I just got the audiobook of it, so I'm going to start the audiobook after I finish filming this. I also have to edit this week's YouTube video, which I haven't finished, so you might be getting it a day late, but that's okay. You won't be seeing this until after you get that one, so oh well, don't make sense. So these are my final thoughts on part 1 of this reading vlog. I'm hoping part 2 goes better and we don't have any DNFs in that one, but you never know. So you guys will see what books have been picked when I get to that, and you'll probably see that in a few weeks after this one. You will not be seeing it straight away after this. Definitely not. But yeah, so I love you guys and thank you for watching me read and crash out and yap for an hour, because apparently you guys like to do that. So love y'all, and I will see you in the next video, which is whatever the fuck it's gonna be. I don't know. It might be my bookshelf tour. Bookshelf tour might come before this one. I don't know. I will see you guys next week. I love you so much, and thank you for watching my chaotic reading vlog. Mwah.